Geek Myths, a novel about life, love, and the pursuit of sonic screwdrivers. Available in paperback and Kindle edition from Amazon.
Scanning for audio.
Welcome to a Tin Dog podcast, this time talking about the War Master. Volume 2, The Master of Callous. It's one story, hence the one review. 4 parts, all with individual names, releases, titles, and etc. Basically it's a 4-disc set. Coming in about 23 quid for CD, £20 download. You've got James Goss writing the first 2, you've got Guy Adams writing the second 2. Now, it's been well catalogued that this is basically a reworking of Nostromo, very famous novel, I think by Conrad. And if there's one thing that I take away from this particular release, it's that I never ever want to read the novel. It's an overarchingly depressing tale. Now, I don't know how much of the original story survived and how much ended up here, but I suspect quite a lot of the original text has been reworked. Yes, it's entertaining. Yes, all of the performances are spot on. Truly, truly fantastic performances across the board. Again, I'm overwhelmingly pleased that we've got Derek Jacobi playing the Master. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. The lines are said with conviction and passion. The Ood are just as terrifying as they were at the very first time we ever saw them. It's just such a miserable, depressing spiral of a story. Weirdly, I'm a fan of survivors. I can stand people trying their best. But this is an experiment in the human condition of greed and depression and violence, and it's just raw. So perhaps that's why I don't enjoy this story as much as everyone else seems to have. And everyone else seems to be praising it to the high heavens. Truly, they are adoring this story across the board. Everyone is pleased with it. They're all very smug. They're all very happy. It's just that this story was not for me. I found it too raw, too honest. And yes, it has got the Doctor Who flavour. It feels like a 1970s story. There's the unscrupulous miners, there's the gangsters, there's the people who are powerless to protect themselves, there's colonists, and into that story you've got the Master. Into the original story you've got a good Doctor who tries to save the day, and in this story you've got the good Master, who is clearly manipulating all of the events to his own ends. Yes, it's part of the Time War. Yes, you do find out why he's doing all these things, and it makes complete sense. Just for me, the story just isn't one of my favourites. Don't hold that against me. I know that I'm notorious for being enthusiastic to the high heavens about certain texts and characters and all of that. Just this story I found empty, but I suppose that's the point of it. The point is that it's the Master manipulating events. Yes, he's an anti-hero, but he's also a villain, and villains have to do villainous things in order for them to remain to be villains. So perhaps I shouldn't be overly surprised by the outcome and by what actually happens, because without the Doctor, the Master's going to win. It's almost a foregone conclusion. If there's nobody around as smart as him, then things are going to go badly. Well, you know what? They go from worse to even worse, and even worse than that. There are terrible, despicable humans in this. There are things happening to the Ood that I don't even want to think about. It's just awful. And I just wasn't in the right mind frame to enjoy it as a story. Perhaps it's just me. I don't know. Make up your own mind and listen to the trailer. So until next time, be seeing you.
I have a call.
I'm sorry?
I have a call.
Coming soon from Big Finish Productions. The War Master. The Master of Callous.
Everyone loves fairy tales. Tales of simple, noble folk whose goodness just shines through, no matter what.
Citizens of Callous, good morning. This is your governor speaking. It looks as though it's going to be a beautiful day.
This fairy story has them all. Armies, moats, treasure, wicked, wicked women, and, of course, plenty of good, simple folk.
Shut up! Shut up! There must be someone out there! Mr. Omen! Cassie! Please, somebody!
But most of all, there's a terrible voice at the bottom of a very deep well. A voice with a cryptic message.
Something is down there?
Not a monster, not a ghost, but something.
I'll let you in on a secret. I'll tell you what it's saying. It's saying that even in fairy stories, the good people don't always win.
Big Finish. We love stories.
Wait! Who are you?
He is the master, and we will obey him.
That was the Doctor Who Tin Dog Podcast, available on iTunes, YouTube, Twitter, RSS, Vimeo, and across the internet. Doctor Who and its associated properties are all copyright and trademark of the BBC. No infringement is intended. Why not become a supporter by visiting patreon.com/tindog. Contact the show on tin-dog@hotmail.co.uk. The Tin Dog Podcast is a founder member of the Doctor Who Podcast Alliance.